Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko. We are getting hit with a whirlwind of things that are just blowing my mind. For every time I think I have a grasp on something, Beatrice just like throws it to the curb with all the things that she's showing us. And I don't know what to expect next, guys. But that's what we're here for. We're going to continue on and see it through. So if anything else, I want to thank you all for the love and support. And let's get right on to it. Alright everyone, welcome back again. Like they said, they had really seen something unexplainable with words. Auntie Rosa, having decided that she wouldn't be able to get any more out of them, concluded her questioning and said that she wanted to check the two bodies. I was also interested in that. Even if these people didn't have a clue what was going on in their confusion, if those of us who hadn't been at the scene calmly looked at the bodies, we might find something. But it was a little surprising that Auntie Rosa was also concerned about the bodies just like I was. Even at this point, I still wanted to expose the culprit and the truth myself if we could find any clues. But Auntie Rosa should have been different. Hadn't Auntie Rosa's plan given a higher priority to staying safe than to finding the culprit? I couldn't really see why Auntie Rosa wanted to check the bodies so badly that she would deliberately leave our fort in the parlor.
みんなで一緒に使用人室に行きます。全員一緒に行動すれば安全よ。マリア、落書き遊びはおしまいになさい。
おお、落書きじゃない。ベアトリーチェの問題を解いてるの。おお。
ベアトリーチェの問題？何のことだよ。俺にも教えてくれよ。
ローザおばさん、マリアちゃんも、連れて行くんですか？
It seemed that George Aniki had some resistance to bringing Maria to the bloody crime scene. But taking into consideration the fact that Maria would be left alone here, it would surely be much safer if we took Maria with us. In the end, it was just Aniki's irresponsible humanism. We decided that all of us, including Maria, would go to the servant room. The bed in the servant room was stained with bright red blood. No, not just the bed. The whole room was covered with a gruesome paint from countless bloodstains. That dreadful scene alone was enough to give us an idea of the repulsive sight they had been trying to describe.
おお、マリアも見る。
マリアちゃんは、僕と一緒に、ここで待ってよね。
George Aniki was standing by the entrance, covering Maria's eyes with his back to the room. He probably didn't want to dirty an innocent girl's retinas with the repulsive red in this room. That was surely the correct decision. I was acting tough right now, so I didn't mind. But I would probably remember this room and start to vomit whenever I saw red paint scattered around. For the rest of my life. My retinas already had this room burned into them. In other words, it was too late for me.
あら？
どこへ？
Right after they entered the servant room, Goda-san and Shannon-chan appeared flustered. We shook, wondering what horrible new situation had arisen to fluster them for a second time.
どうした？
The bodies are missing, aren't they?
何事？
Auntie Rosa also shuddered, raised her gun high, and searched for whatever it was that had them shaken. But she couldn't find it, which wasn't surprising. They were shaken because they couldn't find it.
なんだなんだ。どうしたってんだ一体。
二人の遺体がありません。
Ah, crap. Are we gonna find two more demon-like characters in the vein of Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa?
どういうことなの？そんなはずないんです。確かにお二人はここに。
Alright, in the next episode, whoever dies, don't leave the bodies alone.
おいおいおい。なんだよ。死体がどこかへ歩いてったってのか？そんなわけはないだろ。だって、この使用人室は施錠されてたんだろ。それを今、ゴーダさんが開けて入ったわけじゃないか。ってことはなんだ？ジェシカの部屋と同じってことかよ。 また密室の中から消えたってのかよ。そんなバカな。
私にも何のことやらさっぱり。私たちはこの部屋を出るとき、確かに鍵をかけて。私こそ何が何やら、もうわからないのです。
There was a timid and pitiful smile on Goda-san's face that he definitely wouldn't have let show normally. Shannon was the same.
二人の死体が消えた。しかも鍵をかけたのに消えた。仮にカノン君が犯人だとしても、カノン君はマスターキーをもう持ってないはず。
違います。カノン君は犯人じゃありません。
シャノン。僕はシャノンを信じるよ。カノン君は犯人なんかじゃない。きっとこれは彼によく似た何者かの仕業なんだ。
いいえ、カノン君はマスターキーを手に入れられたわよ。だって彼のマスターキーはジェシカちゃんの遺体のポケットから見つかった。そしてその鍵は誰が手に入れた？
そうだ、南條先生が。
That's right. Back then, it definitely had been Dr. Nanjo who searched through Jessica's clothes and found the master key. So, if someone had the opportunity to search Dr. Nanjo's corpse, it would have been easier for them to take the master key back. Auntie Rosa searched under the bed and in the locker. By now, I also understood what that meant. If you assumed that there had been two culprits, it could be easily explained. The first person was Kanon-kun, or maybe an imposter that looked like him. He had finished off Dr. Nanjo and ran off somewhere. The second person was probably the 19th person Beatrice, whose location was unknown. She had hidden under the bed in the servant room beforehand, and the Dr. Nanjo's body, still enshrined here, she had waited for Genji-san and the rest to leave. Then after that, she had crawled out, taken the master key back from Dr. Nanjo's pocket, and carried the two bodies away for some reason. If she had then locked the door with the master key, this locked room would be created.
ジェシカの部屋の推理を前提になかなか素早く組み立ててきたものよ。その方法なら魔法でなくても密室は作り出せよう。まずは及第点というところか。しかし実に面白いが、お前は一つ忘れてはならぬことがあるぞ。お前の言う方法で犯人がマスターキーを取り返したなら、その犯人はマスターキーをジェシカの遺体から南條が回収したことを知っていたことになる。
言われなくてもわかってるぜ。あの時、あの場にいた人物以外知り得ない情報だって言いてんだろ。この第三の密室があっさり破られちまったもんで、そういう手で俺に闇を言うしかねえんだろ。同じネタの繰り返しは芸がないぜ。
Even though I was acting tough, that move of the witch hurt bad. I could feel cracks forming in the thing I most wanted to deny. She's trying to close in on me from two directions. On the one hand, there's the frontal attack where she tries to force me to believe in witches, using locked room tricks that only a witch could do. And on the other hand, there's the rear attack where she tries to lure me into thinking it would be better if there was a witch by strengthening my suspicions of those close to me. In the first locked room, the chapel, she had used the frontal attack, but it hadn't worked on me. That's undoubtedly why with the second locked room and now the third, she started to change the direction of her attack. However, the fact that she was changing the direction of her attack also proved that my resistance was working a little. And she had surely given up on the frontal attack because she couldn't just win directly with it. I tried to force myself to accept my own position by thinking that. But it seemed that the witch had seen through these thoughts of mine long ago.
成功法は書かぬ。絡めては成功法と同時に進めてこそ意味がある。絡めてのみに出するは、手段が目的となった時に起こる愚策に過ぎぬぞ。
そうですかい。じゃあ、お得意の赤で、 何者かが使用人室に隠れていたを復唱してもらおうじゃないか。
その必要はない。お前の推理の前提は、今から崩れる。
お拒否かよ。やっぱり誰かが隠れていたんだな。
ローザが今からお前の前提を崩す。まあ、耳を傾けてみよ。
信じてください、ローザ様。確かにここに二人の遺体を安置したんです。この床の真っ赤な血は彼らのものなのです。
Auntie Rosa began to search through various objects around the room, her back to Goda-san as he cried out in supplication. Eventually she found something and for a while stopped moving.
ローザ様、私たちは断じて嘘などついては。間違いなく二人の遺体はここにあったんです。
静かに。死体を隠した本人が死体はよそに持ち去ったと告白しているわ。これでね。
Rosa showed them a single sheet of paper over her shoulder.
それは一体、まさか。礼拝堂にあったのと同じ、紋章入りの封筒の手紙？
ええ、そうよ。ここに堂々と置いてあったわ。読むわね。
後宮家の皆様、黄金の碑文の謎解きはいよいよ佳境に入りましたでしょうか。皆さんに私を止めることができる唯一の方法が碑文の謎を解くことなのです。それ以外のいかなる方法をもってしても私と儀式を止めることはできません。くれぐれも皆さんの目的をお間違いなきようよろしくお願い申し上げます。私を探そうとも無駄。私から逃れようとも無駄。私を否定しようとも無駄なのです。黄金のベアトリーチェ。
追伸、二人の遺体を儀式にお借りします。後ほどご返却いたしますので、ご容赦をお願いいたします。
Ah man, they're coming back as demons.
あと、この鍵は皆様のものですので、ご返却いたします。
As Rosa read that aloud, the content of the envelope lay exposed in the palm of her hand. There were two master keys. The master key that Nanjo had found in Jessica's pocket, which had originally been Kanon's, and Kumasawa's master key.
なんだと？ってことは、どういうことだよ。ふざけんなよ、またかよ。また、マスターキーを持ってる使用人しか疑えないってのかよ。
わらわは赤では言ってはおらぬぞ。彼らがこの部屋に施錠をして去ったとき、この部屋に何者かが隠れていた可能性を否定してはおらぬぞ。
ベッドの下にでも隠れれば、死体をどこかへ運び出すのはできないことじゃない。しかし、それじゃ施錠ができない。わざわざ手に入れたマスターキーを、ここへ置いてっちまってる。そうだ、忘れてた。この部屋の本来の鍵である、使用人室の鍵はどうなっている？
それなら使用人室の奥のキーボックスに収められているぞ。使用人室の鍵は数本あるが、そのすべてがキーボックスに収められている。
ってことは、ジェシカの部屋の鍵の時と、状況は何も変わらないってことか。使用人も、便利なマスターキーがあれば、不要な鍵はわざわざ持ち歩かないもんな。キーボックスにしまわれっぱなしになってるのも納得だぜ。
その他の条件も何も変わらぬ。出入りは唯一の扉と唯一の窓から以外は不可能。故に、隠し扉などの不正規な出入り手段は否定される。
Once again, the part where she says, therefore hidden doors and irregular methods of entry cannot exist are not in red. So there is a possibility that these hidden doors and irregular methods do exist.
喜べ名探偵ども。 そしてそれらはいずれも施錠されていた。扉も窓も、施錠時にはいかなる出入りも許さない。つまり、施錠を維持したまま、扉を外す、隙間を作ってすり抜けるなどなどは通用しないということだ。当然だが、扉の開錠は、使用人室の鍵とマスターキー以外は不可能。毎回これを読み上げるのも面倒だの。今度これをまとめて一言に略す言葉でも考えよう。
だが、この部屋に誰かが隠れていたことは復唱できねえだろ。しかしそれだけでは、密室の扉が破れない。ああ、くそくそ！ダメだダメだ！全然ダメだ！
お得意のチェス盤をひっくり返すとやらはどうした？自慢の陳説をぜひ披露してみよ。
チェス盤をひっくり返す。俺が犯人ならどうする？死体をどこかへ運び出す。手紙を残す。内側から鍵を閉める。ここから何かの方法で。くそ！そんな方法はあるのか？扉と窓以外からは、外に出られないと赤で言われちまってる。
At that moment, I got it. That's right. Carry the corpses, leave the letter, and not rely on a hidden door. In other words, not even able to escape. That's it. This isn't a question, it's an answer.
ベアト、復唱要求の前に、お前の言う隠し扉の定義を確認したい。
何を思いついたやら。よかろう。説明する。隠し扉とは、知らぬ人間が認識できぬ出入り口のことであろうが、そんなこと子供でも知っておろう。
つまり、部屋の外に出られなかったら、それは隠し扉じゃないってことだよな。
ほう、そうきたか。
俺は、犯人は密室から抜け出したものだとばかり思っていた。違うんだ。犯人だって密室から脱出できなかったんだ。だから隠れてやり過ごそうとした。
I had used this theory for the second locked room and reasoned that Kanon-kun might have done this. But I had given up that reasoning when I was told Kanon-kun was killed in red. And next, I had reasoned that if there had been a third person in the room, it would have been possible for him to escape through a hidden door. And that was when for the first time the claim had been made in red that no hidden door exists. And what I learned just now, these hidden doors the witch was talking about referred to things that made it possible to get into or out of the room. In other words, things that didn't permit entry or exit to the outside and also wouldn't be noticed by people who didn't know about them wouldn't fall under the definition of hidden door. In other words, if there were, for example, something like a hidden shelf or a secret closet, they wouldn't be defined as hidden doors. In other words, the third person in Jessica's room was hiding here, waiting for us to pass by. How pathetic, just a little playing around with words. With this method, it looks like I can even manage the third locked room, the servant room. If there's a hidden shelf under the bed or anything like that, that would be enough. The culprit hiding somewhere, waiting for us to leave. The culprit is also trapped in the locked room even now, which means, at this very moment, the culprit is still hiding in the servant room holding their breath. And that means... What the hell? Even though we've been tortured with locked rooms 3 times, in this very moment we've actually gotten the culprit in checkmate.
ようやく見えてきたぜ。くらえ、ベアト！復唱要求！この部屋には、俺たち以外の誰もいない。俺たちってのは、俺、ジョージの兄貴、マリア、ローザおばさん、ゲンジさん、ゴーダさん、シャノンちゃんのことだぜ。どうだ？言えねえだろ。
ほう。ほう。
Uh-oh.
痛えとこ疲れただろ。拒否なら拒否と言いやがれ。次行くぜ。起床要求。
I don't know how they're hiding in this room. But if that's a fact, then this also resolves the second locked room, Jessica's room, at the same time. I finally caught her by the tail. With this, I can explain everything. Witches don't exist. I don't have to doubt anyone. Alright, starting now, I'll flip it over. The next thing I request she repeats is,
この部屋にはお前たち以外は存在しない。お前たちの定義とは、バトラ、ジョージ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジ、ゴーダ、シャノンのことを指す。ジェシカの部屋に話を戻す。ジェシカの死体発見時、バトラ、ジョージ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジ、ゴーダ、シャノン、熊沢、南條のみだった。
She's still playing around with the words. I'm of the belief that, yes, all of us were in the room. She's only naming the people that were in the room, not naming the people that were... How do I say this? There could have been other people in the room outside of our names. Like the demon that was playing as Kanon.
おっと、死体のジェシカももちろん含む。よって、ジェシカの部屋の件、そしてこの使用人室の件の両方について、そなたが認識していた以外の人間は存在しない。
Yeah, she just said it. No humans exist that we're not aware of. So she didn't say anything about other beings. But again, that's something Battler's trying to disprove.
誰も隠れていない。
さ
らに言おう。扉は鍵を使用せずに外から施錠する方法は存在しない。窓については、外からはいかなる方法でも施錠する方法は存在しない。ついでに言おう。そなたは無能だ。
The incompetent in red and the cackling in red were very unnecessary.
バカ野郎。それじゃあ、本当に密室じゃねえかよ。せっかく思いついたのに。お前が隠れていたんなら、すべて説明がついたのに。
You know, he really should stop trying to use the chessboard thinking theory. Or at least, if he's gonna use it, he needs to think outside the box. Because I'm pretty sure it was Kirei and, well, mainly Kirei and Maria that told him that that's not gonna work on beings like witches.
トリックを打ち破れたと思ったってのに。くそ。
If anything, I think it's restricting his thinking. It's no good, no good, no goddamn good. For a second, I thought I had it. It was no goddamn good at all. Beatrice, I thought you were all smoke and mirrors playing word games that made clever use of red. I was certain you just cleverly deceived me. She still is. Just when I thought I'd seen a light in the darkness, it disappeared. It just disappeared, swallowed up by blood red sea. Red. Red, red, red. No one is hiding. And there's no hidden door, and no way to trick the doors or the windows while they're locked. Have you just proven that it's all impossible? Has the devil's proof been pulled off with a frontal attack? Impossible. This is impossible.
どうしたのだ、後ろ宮バトラー。魔女を否定する気で満々だったじゃない。そんなところで這いつくばって、悔し涙を絞り出してどうしたんだい？ああ、それはとっても素敵な方法。わらわを笑い転げさせて、笑い涙の海で溺れ殺してやろうというのは確かに素敵。実はそうなんだろう？わらわを笑って笑って、笑い殺してやろうって手なんだろう？後ろ宮、バトラー。
何が魔法だ。魔女なんて絶対に否定してやる。お前なんて絶対に信じない。魔法の力でみんなを面白半分にいじめ殺してるなんて絶対に認めね
え。なあバトラー、いじめすぎて悪かった。わらわ側からチェス盤をひっくり返してやるぞ。お前に代わってお前側の最善手を教えてやるよ。聞きたい？
ふざけんな。聞きたくねえ、聞きたくね
え。ジェシカの部屋の件、そなたは実に良いところをついていたのだぞ。隠れてやり過ごそうとした。これは実にいい着眼だった。だがなぜそれをカノンと19人目のわらわにしか考えなかった？そうか、隠れてやり過ごすの、隠れてが邪魔だったから考えが至らなかったか。ほーら、もうわかるだろう。ジェシカだよ、ジェシカ。
If Jessica were the culprit, a farce like this could be easily constructed. She killed Kanon-kun and carried him off somewhere. Then she played dead and let us walk by. But that's ridiculous. Dr. Nanjo had definitely checked that she was dead. So is Dr. Nanjo an accomplice too? That's wrong. I had also made sure that Jessica was really dead. Sure, I'd never performed an examination of a corpse before, but she was definitely dead. I think she was dead. No, she probably... surely. Definitely. At least I think so, but she has to be. No. No. She was dead. She was dead.
ジェシカもグルなのよ。そして、検視をした南條もグル。ならば第三の密室など茶番だろうが。
Yeah, then it's simple. Dr. Nanjo was an accomplice, so in other words, he was on the culprit's side, so in other words, he was never killed in the first place. We thought he had been killed and the body had disappeared, but he wasn't in the servant room in the first place. Then is Kumasawa Bachan, who disappeared with him, and also an accomplice? That's not all. That's not all. The servants who are going along with that story, Genji-san and Goda-san, and even Shannon-chan are accomplices. Then, the one who stole the key from Maria's handbag was Jessica. No. It's also possible it was George Aniki. After all, if Shannon-chan was on the culprit's side, then George Aniki would automatically be on the culprit's side as well. Wait a second. Just wait a second. They're all wolves? They're all wolves! Not only am I drowning in an ocean of bright red blood, there are packs of wolves clamoring on the banks whose blazing eyes tell me that if I crawl out, they'll eat me. Which way should I die? Will I have everything denied and drown in bright red sea? Will I know the truth and have my whole body chewed to bits by the wolves? It's either one hell or the other. I can't choose.
だからこそわらわがいる。さあ後ろ宮バトラー、ひざまずけ。そして永遠の忠誠を誓ってわらわの靴を舐めるがいい。わらわを認めれば全ての謎に決着がつく。わらわの力をもってすればどのような密室も生み出せ、そして打ち破れる。バトラー、力ある者に屈服する喜びに身を委ねたくはない？そなたはわらわの一番のお気に入りの家具にしてやるよ。そなたを愛して愛して灰になるまでわらわの玩具にしてやるよ。